Listen, between you and I've had a couple of pretty wild evenings. We're talking ice cream, lobster bisque. Once I even went to a McDonald's so late that they served me breakfast. Needless to say, I know my way around a social party, which of course makes me perfectly qualified to talk about a social party game about social parties. We're going to be talking about the new social deduction party game that's all about hidden clues, coded messages, and the wildest nights you can imagine. This is Oh What a Night by Outset Media. The game is played over a series of turns. In each turn there will be two teams. Two players will be the clue guessers, who got into some pretty wild shenanigans last night, and the other team, the rest of the players, will be the clue givers, who are trying to help the guessers figure out exactly what those shenanigans were. Every round, the clue givers draw a new set of cards from these decks in order to determine where the clue guessers were, what they did, and who they did it with. The guesser's job is to guess what's on the back of these cards, as you've probably already surmised. Clue givers are obviously going to be giving clues to the guessers to help them figure things out, but they're extremely limited in the format of the clues that they can give. There are 3 rounds in a turn, and each round will feature one written clue. The fewer rounds and the fewer clues that the guessers need to figure things out, the more points that everybody gets. There's also an hourglass for each round, so it's important that the clue givers finish as quickly as possible to give the clue guessers as much time as possible to deliberate things. Clock's ticking. The idea here is that the clue guessers are going to be putting together the events of last evening based on tweets, text messages, and even newspaper headlines, and that's the format that these clues are going to take. The clue in the first round is a 3-word hashtag. You're going to write out 3 words and smush them together like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Or a hashtag. It's tough, but if the guessers are on their game, they can squeak out an easy 3 points for the team if they figure things out this round. The second clue is a 4-word text message, and since everybody knows that the point of text messages is to use as few letters as possible, you're not allowed to use any vowels in your text message, unless the word starts with a vowel. This round is actually my favorite. I think it's the funniest, and the guessers end up scoring 2 points for the entire team if they figure things out this round. The third and final clue should be given in the format of a newspaper headline that is exactly 5 words long. It should be a little vague and extremely sensational, like a newspaper, but this can be extremely difficult to enforce. This clue is usually a dead giveaway anyways, and you only get 1 point if you're able to figure it out this round. The role of clue guesser travels around the table, so each player will get a chance to do it twice, once with the player to the left and once with the player to their right. Of course, if there's only 3 players, there's going to be just 1 clue guesser instead of 2. It's a cooperative game, so the points don't matter too much, but there is a score chart in the back of the rulebook if you want to see approximately how well you did. Alternatively, if you're feeling competitive, you could split into 2 groups and see how well each group does, but that's not exactly in the rulebook, so you didn't hear it from me. Overall, Oh What a Night is a fantastic social lubricant. It's a great way to start games night, and it's the perfect party game for all ages, although I do think it rides the line of having adult humor, but the fun kind that just completely goes over most kids' heads. Tickling a nurse at the toy store takes on a slightly more risque tone as you get a little bit older, but there's nothing objectively offensive here, and I think it's a pretty family-friendly experience overall. It's like a combination between Codenames and Cards Against Humanity, and in my opinion, it's a fantastic pickup if you're looking for a light and breezy party game. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Corey Whelen. This has been Critic's Corner. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to our page if you haven't already. It makes a big difference for us. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.
Because games matter.